Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to the happy hour. This is Kristi, and I am here with my ever-present co-host, because it wouldn't be a happy hour without him, Kev. Kev, how are you actually tonight? I know, Kev, you got a whole kind of story to tell us. All kinds of stuff going on. So
yeah, I've had
Yep.
had better days, if I'm honest. But this is a nice distraction, actually, from all of them. An update from the last proper happy hour we did. We did a Zardoz thing in between. Mental. Go and watch that. But the last proper one we did, I told you I was late because of the cat Moo Moo, the delightful black and white stray, who I didn't realise was a lady cat.
Yeah.
Man cat, but I was told otherwise by the vet. Anyway, I had to take him to the vet to get an abscess on. She had an abscess on her face, and they were going to bring them back, but unfortunately, it got infected and apparently got into the blood or something, and so it was decided that the best ethical thing to do would be to put them out of their misery. So Moo Moo is no longer of this mortal coil, but will be looking down on us, squeaking for food at the front door for eternity in the cat choir eternal. Is that a thing? Anyway,
Sure.
So yeah, not a great day, but this is going to be hopefully a fun distraction from that. So,
yes. So yes,
yeah.
And then tomorrow night we have another distraction. As Orion I actually got the title wrong because I was trying to do it on the fly after Zardoz yesterday on your channel. It's actually the prequel to Rise of the Beast. You have to. That's actually the sequel to it. So we need not really the prequel, but part one. So yeah, it's called Leap, and I think it's Leap: Parkour. And I started watching it last night.
You don't want to leap a colon. That's
no. I started because I haven't watched it start to finish. I've just seen parts of it, and oh my god, it's so bad. So yes, we'll keep you distracted for the next 48 hours.
Yeah, we're gonna me and Kristi off air. We'll be watching that tomorrow, and then at some point doing a thing on that.
Yes,
it looks amazing.
Shot on the iPhone in 2011 or 10, I guess.
Yeah, which is exactly the right way of doing things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but tonight we're just gonna have a regular politics show with regular politicky kind of things, and yeah,
Indeed.
and you're also getting to see all kinds of exciting thing on Kevin's screen. You get to see him doing all of his back show.
Yeah, I did. Well, this is Twitch. I'm not showing you anything here, but for some reason the bitrate isn't showing up. So maybe it isn't happening at the minute. Whatever. But apparently it's live, so go and follow me on Twitch. Anyway, so is everyone watching me now?
Yes, everyone's looking at you.
I'm doing a thing. Cool. Yes. Yeah, we'll talk about. I've titled this "Steve Bannon Gets Arrested by Postie Pirates."
Yeah, that happened.
To that story.
That happened after I titled my show and sent it out. So.
Indeed, yes. Well, that's the pirates. The pirates are like ninjas. You don't know when they're going to arrive.
No, they just turn up.
Unlike usual, because with posties, you usually know when they are going to arrive.
Yeah, they're usually pretty regular. Yeah.
Very strange. Indeed. Anyway, Kamala Harris is a Marxist.
Yeah, that
according to the tiniest faced person that ever existed.
Yes, and not just him. It's a whole thing.
Not just him. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I did a show on Twitch about it. Look at all these fucking in it. Shapiro. Surprisingly, Shapiro's in agreement about how far left she is with Fuentes, the Nazi. That's surprising, isn't it? That's surprising. Anyway, so Breitbart also said that Wikipedia was far left. Okay.
Yes, everything is far left.
Tom Cotton, evil piece of shit in the US.
Oh God, yeah, open right.
Far left liberal, that's a thing apparently. That's a thing that can exist.
Well, the thing is,
at all
to be fair, liberal in the United States political discourse has a longer tradition of being associated with the political left. In particular, around 1992, when Dukakis was running, there was a real increase in the use of liberal to describe Democrats. Liberal Democrat, liberal Democrat.
Yeah.
Since then, the far left have taken liberal and made it a centrist term. So for people on the right in America, liberal means left. But on Twitter, in certain circles, liberal means like center.
Okay, but I'm not going to condescend to the American people and do bigotry of low expectations. I expect them to know what words mean.
We're just talking about American politics and their use in the political context. Yeah.
Liberal does not mean far left. You cannot be a far left liberal.
No,
if Americans are using that phrase incorrectly, that is on them.
Well, what do you mean by liberal in this context? What
Basically,
are they liberal about?
Vaguely centrist. Either centre-left or centre-right.
Well,
you can't be a far-right or a far-left liberal.
Well, insofar as liberal on social issues, you could be far-left in terms of your liberality.
Well, yeah, the left in general are liberal in that respect, but that's not quite what's meant by that phrase, is it?
Well, that is how it's used in the American context, just because like people on the left want to reinvent it.
They're wrong, Kristi. That's the point I'm making here.
Yeah.
I'm not denying that they use it that way. I'm saying it's wrong. It's wrong.
Well, the left-right spectrum is liberal-conservative, so I mean, you can continue to be wrong and hold your own opinion, but you'll be in the minority. Okay.
Anyway, more idiots doing idiot shit. just calling her a Marxist. Alex Jones and Roger Stone promoting a fake Kamala Harris quote, which came from a satirical website, which was essentially an Onion knockoff.
Oh, of course, I can't tell the difference between real news and fake news.
No, even though it was called something like bustertroll.com or something. I'll get the thing up.
That reputable news source.
Yeah. Look, there's this quote here from where is it?
Yeah, it is
bustertroll.org. And that's the quote they get, where it goes on about no stone will be left unturned as we seek you out in every corner of this great nation, for it is you who have betrayed us. Like she's going to go, and it's from a fucking satire website, you dopey bastards. It's not an actual quote.
Yeah, well, we had the president quote talking about QAnon in a press conference.
That's
so that's where American politics is right now. The liberals, wherever they sit politically, are hardly the biggest worry we have right now, because they do believe in liberal democracy.
Cute babies.
Oh yeah, we're such a cutie. They're so babyish, so cute. Love it.
Indeed. Dan Arrows has a good one here. This is Bernie Sanders endorsing Kamala Harris for vice president. And Dan Arrows says, man, I can't believe Bernie would rather side with Biden-Harris than accepting American fascism. He's sold out.
Yeah.
Very true.
That crazy anti-fascist.
Indeed. This was a thing. Apparently, she's now deleted the tweets claiming about the hotel thing, the Karening, and all of that.
Oh,
that was
what?
Dr. Carlin B.
She blocked me.
The tweet is no longer available.
She blocked me. Are you sure you're not just blocked?
Oh, is that why? Am I blocked?
You might just be blocked. Oh my! How is it?
No, I'm not. Why is it not showing up then?
Peter Coffin blocks me.
Oh, it just says tweet is unavailable. Apologies. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious. I swear to God, nothing this woman says ever sounds like real life. I wonder what it said. I wish people would have taken pictures of it before it got.
Well, no, it's. Well, hang on. I'll apparently, because apparently it's just not showing up for some reason. But I'm not been blocked. This is the.
Okay, it's her stream.
From the hotel bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder why it's. Yeah, that's weird.
That is weird. Anyway, so so that's that. We covered that though.
Oh, we covered it in detail. Yeah, we covered it in detail. That was hilarious. And she's blocked me. She's not blocked you, but she's blocked
Kristi,
me.
with an ass this juicy, you can't block me.
Apparently not.
That would be a crime.
Oh, look, it's another lion kitty. It's like my little lion
kitty.
Yeah.
Also, but that lion kitty looks a little bit pissed off about the situation.
Yeah, I like the shit off me.
A little bit.
I'm putting up with it, but I'm about to bite your hand.
Yeah, Sharon, I'm going to bite you. Okay. Anyway, Peter Coffin doing his thing, going about right-wingers being clever and funny sometimes.
Okay.
Which, but their humour is based largely around like racism and stuff, Peter.
Yeah, and demeaning people. I mean, there was a whole conversation that, like Milo was defending mental abuse as being necessary for men. I know you're going to talk about that at some point. So, yes. More word salad, please.
Or
let's hear it.
Let's say you think black people's lives matter, to use the popular slogan, but you don't want to actually change the structures which are detrimental to black people. Are you on the right side of the issue? I would say no, you are not. This is why I do not think it is good to say liberal is closer to our goals, because no, to support the same structures the racists do, but for different reasons, is different in stated purpose only.
What?
Let's say you hate the Giants, but buy tickets to every Giants game because you want to root against them. You're still a Giants fan. Liberalism is that, but for capitalism.
What?
The ideology of being anti-racism or another issue, buying tickets to root against it.
What? Fucking what? What?
Yeah.
I
Also, I mean, the fundamental analogy problem he has here is that you don't have to buy tickets to the Giants game to hate the Giants.
or root
You don't
against
have to
them.
buy tickets or root against them. In fact, you don't have to care about any of it. Whereas, regardless of what you think, racism still goes on.
Yeah. Also, can you go back to the initial one? I mean,
Yep.
the problem there is, like, you don't actually want to change the structures which are detrimental to black people. I don't, like, either you don't, that's because you don't understand how structural analysis plays into racism, or you're just mouthing the term Black Lives Matter, but you don't want you to be ironic. I don't understand how, like, this doesn't compute at all. I can't think of any real person who says Black Lives Matter, but we shouldn't change any of the structures that are detrimental. Not a single person.
He's basically doing class reductionism under a guise here.
Oh, okay.
He's basically saying, if you don't want to get rid of capitalism, you can't be anti-racist, which is silly. Now, I personally am anti-racist and want to get rid of capitalism, but the point being is that just because someone isn't anti-capitalist doesn't mean they don't want to change racist systems, because he's basically saying the only system that can and will affect racism is if we get rid of capitalism, which is a bit silly.
God,
anyway, so that's
reductionists.
Idiots. Funny one, Swedish graffiti artists aren't fucking around. That says Jesus was communist.
Yeah.
It's a crucified minion.
What is that what that is?
Blood,
with
blood coming out of its fucking hands. What the fuck? This is spray painting onto the side of a church. What the fuck is going on here?
Is that representing the commercialism of Disney that we need to sacrifice in order to liberate ourselves from the structures of capitalism?
Oh, they just thought
I can't draw Jesus.
Are popular in memes. I can't draw a person, but minions are really easy to draw with spray paint.
Yeah,
it's got blood coming out of its hands. What kind of weird evil shit is this?
We're getting pronoun checked with Peter. I don't know who said he, but it is they. So thank you.
Apologies,
Tony.
Yeah, they. Apologies.
Yeah. I mean,
sorry,
please catch us.
If I ever misgender someone, it is accidental. I don't go out of my way to do it. I think that's a disgusting approach.
And do check us.
Apologies. The other criticisms of Peter stand, but yes, they're they.
Yeah.
So anyway, Jesus was communist with a crucified minion. That blew my mind. She fucking hates him. Donald Trump's wife really, really despises him. Look how many times he tries to grab her hand, and she's like,
I just have to wonder, what did he do this time to piss her off that much? Get the fuck off me, you creep. Yeah, what did he say or do?
I don't know. But he must try 3 or 4 times there, and she's having fucking none of it.
Maybe she actually liked his brother, and she's completely offended at the way he doesn't give a shit at all that one of his own family members died, and he realized.
I don't know. Well, maybe someone brought up, he's a rapist and a pedophile and.
Oh, that she knew already.
Well, yeah, but being reminded of it must be pretty sickening.
Mm.
But I mean, she made decisions. She's not there. Yeah. She just, hang on, this is okay, right, before we show this, what I'm about to show you is graphic violence, but and this show and on this channel, obviously we cannot possibly condone that. That would be against terms of service. That would be a terrible thing. Don't do this.
We are on my channel,
but for context purposes, all I'm saying is that the person who you're about to see get punched was being phenomenally racist to a group of young black lads, then decided to walk up to them as they were trying to alight from the train they were on, at which point it becomes self-defense, clearly and obviously.
All right. So we're looking at a self-defense instance.
Indeed. The racism involved here was he was describing them as his pets.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Saying you're going to go back to where you came from.
Oh, Brixton or maybe Kensington, for all he fucking knows.
Yeah, they were literally in this. They got off at Bank Station in central London, where they're from.
Yeah, anyway, they could be from anywhere in London.
Well, they could be, absolutely, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The fact that they were black was enough. And this guy's a racist piece of shit. And so when physically confronting and trying to intimidate these lads, maybe got a taste of his own medicine.
Okay.
Boom.
Well, that was pretty quick. I barely saw that. Thunk.
Oh, should we? Okay.
Knock a bitch out.
And that's the person to say good for you.
And they left him alone. They're not like jumping on him or anything.
No.
They just pushed him. They just.
No, he got away. He got away pretty lightly. And then someone comes over and smashes the recovery position. He's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was actually quite fun. Subsequently been found out he's a rich boy.
Oh, is he?
His dad owns a big business. He handed himself into police this morning, saying he didn't want to. The cheeky cunt said he didn't want to press charges for assault. Obviously,
Yeah.
You don't have a case. It was obviously self-defense, and the police are now going to investigate whether he committed a racially aggravated assault himself.
Good.
So
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck him. Anyway. Moving on, this amazing drone footage down a waterfall blew my fucking mind.
That is amazing. Oh, whoa. Damn, it's amazing.
It's like some Jurassic Park shit.
It is. It's amazing the footage you can get on drones. I mean, this kind of stuff would cost so much money to do in a film, and now you can just buy a drone, stick your camera or your GoPro on it and zoom as long as you know how to fly it.
Yeah, $100, piece of piss. I mean, you got to get good at flying it to do it that close.
Don't
to the thing,
crash it into the bottom of the waterfall. It's a very expensive little toy then.
That's not good.
Former hobby.
And be careful because there have been significant issues with drones being used around British airports, which have closed temporarily British airports.
Oh,
because of unidentified flying objects in the local area, which could be dangerous.
Yeah.
So check local bylaws and things for stuff like that. Anyway. Deanna Lorraine, we covered her before. This was the woman that complained when her family wouldn't invite her to barbecues and stuff.
I wonder
because
why.
She's just a bit racist. And she says, why is George Floyd's family at the Democratic Convention? Did they offer them free meth?
Fucking racist bitch. Yeah. I mean...
Yeah, she's running for Congress, though. That's a thing.
So gross.
Yep.
Yeah, there are actually
the Democratic Party are evil.
I think they are appropriately called establishment Republicans. These are the guys who have golf club, country club memberships and stuff. There are some people now who are starting to freak out about the extent to which QAnon is making moves into their party. Like, what do you fucking expect? You're a bunch of lackeys. You deserve what you get.
Late. Years late.
Yeah. So it's already gone downhill.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Now, bear in mind that she's mocking the death of a man here, an innocent man.
And his family.
Who was murdered.
His family, not even
and his
him.
family.
Yeah, I mean, they're insulting, they're calling...
But I mentioned him specifically. I mentioned him specifically because the next tweet is rather interesting as to what kind of men the men's rights movement look after. Deanna Lorraine is a regular speaker at ICMI events. God. But she's happy to mock a murdered man as long as he's black.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Only white men deserve rights. I forgot.
Yeah, indeed. So yeah, she's a garbage. The worst shark attack ever. Absolutely.
One more time.
Brutal stuff.
Absolutely. Sharknado.
Cat losing its shit.
Love it.
Indeed. Fox News has become fake news because Donald Trump needs a constant 24-hour rolling blowjob for his quote-unquote news.
Oshkosh that's where I went to my undergraduate.
Yeah, exactly. It's Oshkosh is in Wisconsin, as you can tell from the fact that it's a mental name. Yeah, silly name. But anyway.
Yeah, because fingering hoe.
And I'm sure I'm offending the native people.
Rumford.
The native people of the Wisconsin area for whom Oshkosh is named. I probably offended them greatly, and I apologise.
There's only me.
Look, there's nothing wrong with Licky End, okay?
What?
Just behave yourself. That's a place in England called Licky End. Doesn't matter. It is. I'd never heard of that place. Ramsbottom. Ramsbottom is another place.
Nice.
Cockermouth. There's a town in the Peak District called Cockermouth. It regularly floods as well. Anyway, that's a thing. So it's often on the news. Tonight, joining us from Cockermouth, Phil Davis, our flooding correspondent or whatever. Anyway, Yeah, so they're having the racist Covington kid speak and the 2 gun weirdos at the RNC.
A lineup of fake white victimhood.
Yeah. It's going to be a grand festival of cultural grievance. I'm sure it is.
You know who won't be speaking at the Republican convention? Like any Republican presidents that are still alive. Actually, I think that's just W, right? Is he the last one left? Is his dad still alive?
No, George H.W. is still alive. His mom died, didn't she?
Oh,
I think he is, yeah.
Barbara Bush died.
Frankly, I don't think he's in the physical condition to be giving big speeches, but I think he is still technically alive, yes.
Yeah, Jimmy Carter is addressing
George W.
the DNC, I thought, but yeah. No, there's like no...
How is he still alive?
That guy's old.
Yeah, old as fuck. He was president in the 70s.
Yeah.
What the fuck? He's
still doing Habitat.
How is he alive?
Yeah.
He is. He's still building fucking houses and shit.
In his 90s.
The fuck?
In his 90s.
Yeah, that's mental. But anyway, fair play to him for still being alive. Jesus.
Yeah. Good on you, mate.
A guy we mentioned briefly a couple of shows back who hasn't been mentioned in the press for years, but was funny.
Oh, no,
George
Bush Sr. is dead. Okay, we got it. Yeah, I didn't remember. Yeah.
Oh, apologies. Okay. Anyway, Rod Blagojevich, that's what he looks like with grey hair. Still the same fringe thing going on, hiding his forehead. Has he got a Nazi tattoo on his forehead or something? Who knows? He's hiding something. Anyway, but he's going to be speaking at a right-wing fundraiser for Donald Trump.
Imagine that.
So, in case you didn't realise that Donald Trump and his ilk are a syndicate of criminals, they've literally got convicted criminal Rod Blagojevich.
Every person associated with, like, Trump's 26 I can't speak today. Trump's 26 campaign management has been arrested or tried or is in jail or needed a pardon at this point.
They're a mafia syndicate masquerading as a presidency, is what they are. Anyway,
what was this? Sorry, you're getting a message. Kevin, you have an audience of 2 on Twitch. You're now obligated to show the correct stream. I don't know what that means.
Not showing?
I don't know. You want to check? Oh, you're not showing my screen.
Sorry. Yeah, no, I forgot to... Yeah, shit. I forgot to put... Apologies, everyone. I still had the fucking art up. The weird shit art. Apologies. Anyway, yeah. Stuff.
Thanks, Tony.
There was nothing too visual. Actually, well, I can go back and show you the shark attack. That was funny.
That's the thing you remembered. Oh, you even have noise.
I'm trying to think of the stuff that's visual. So, apologies. I'm so sorry, everyone. I've totally forgot. I forgot that I was even doing that. Anyway, so Rod Blagojevich is a fucking criminal. That you get the idea.
Yeah.
This is cats, right? There's a cat sanctuary for disabled cats on the site where Julius Caesar was murdered, which is funny. But also, I think I came up with the greatest pun ever.
All right.
When I et mieux, Brute.
That is good. That is good.
That is.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I've never been prouder. I've never been prouder of myself than that. I've never achieved anything as great as that pun. And if you don't get that reference, learn history, you bastards.
Read Shakespeare.
Sake. And also, they almost certainly never said et tu, Brute. That was a total lie. But it's still funny because it's mew, because it's cats.
Yes.
Anyway. In case you didn't realise, Trump's support for Israel has nothing to do with supporting Jewish people, which I could have told you already.
Yeah.
He moved the embassy to to Jerusalem in order to placate evangelicals, who, by the way, want that because that helps them
with their end times.
Their Armageddon.
Yeah,
that's an Armageddon thing. They want the end of the world, so that's normal public policy making. Apparently.
God,
he's garbage.
Yeah.
And again, that's in Oshkosh. There's something in the air in Oshkosh. There must be. I don't know.
After Trump left, there is probably more COVID.
Probably. Anyway, the BBC World casually interviewing a Polish neo-Nazi about the situation in Belarus.
We should also mention, things in Belarus are, hopefully it's not a preview of what it's going to be like in America, but they are doing a great job of resisting authoritarianism as a nation. Yeah,
massive protests in Belarus, and I'm with them all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have no idea about internal Belarusian politics. I apologize profusely for that, but any popular uprising like that is worth supporting.
Well, yeah, if you're resisting
Anyway,
Putin's influences, I side with people who
Yeah.
are anti-Putin because we have that in common.
Generally speaking, yes, absolutely. So anyway, that's him being interviewed about the situation in Belarus, and that's him there as he's a member of a Polish neo-Nazi group.
Great
So thanks,
job.
BBC.
Yep,
Yeah,
platforming
absolutely
and
killing it. By which I mean helping to facilitate the rise of people who want to kill minorities. Anyway, speaking of minorities who are very talented folk by and large, here's one of them doing fucking mental flips.
Whoa! Who is this? And
so the University of Kentucky, a guy called Josh Marsh, and they didn't tag him. He was really annoyed. Anyway, it went viral, and look at that.
Oof! Wow.
I mean, I'd say if I tried to do one of those things, I would break my neck. But he was just like, nah, fuck it. I'm going to do flippy shit across the entire end zone.
I just want you to watch. Can you play it for me one more time? Because that's a really great, because we're going to be watching the movie we're watching tomorrow night. And compare this to the parkour that's done in the film. So just keep this in mind.
Oh, they're doing parkour in the film. Oh, Kristi, I can't wait. Oh my God. Because look at that.
I know. Isn't that amazing?
How do you do? That's not human. I don't know how you do those things. Good God. No, fair play to that lad. Well done, Josh Marsh. Anyway, yes. I'm not sure if someone said this might be fake, but if it is, it's really well faked.
Yeah.
But it's a Trump 2020 boat that was on fire. Okay.
That's pretty much
just funny.
Yeah, it's a symbolic,
great metaphor.
Yeah, a symbolic meme for his entire administration. Yeah.
That's spiritually, that's what's happening in the White House.
Yes.
Right now, basically. Yeah. Anyway, Angie speaks. Jesus. Anyway, basically saying that. Right, hang on, we'll go into it. Fuck it. H Bomber guy sends out a tweet saying, I never see fascists walking around like, I have some really fulfilling friendships with black Marxists. We disagree, but it's healthy to not live in an echo chamber, quote unquote. I see some people with little to lose asking why you won't pursue friendships with people who want your friends to die. Right? That's a pretty clear example. He's saying a far right person, not like your average conservative or some shit. Some far right out there fascist obviously doesn't get on with black Marxists or whoever, like anyone they disagree with. And Angie starts going off on this thing. This is peak bread tube. He looks totally unhinged to assume the phrase political differences, one shouting in the back there, automatically equates to wanting minorities to literally die. This sounds to me like people who have little to lose and want to remain cozy in a lucrative echo chamber.
He's talking about fucking fascists.
Yeah.
He's talking...
The word political differences might be taken a little bit out of context.
Yeah.
Given the full quote.
Do I need to inform Angie Speaks, in case they don't know about the fact that Jared Kushner actually came up with a national pandemic plan until it was sort of like realized and discussed that initially when the plan was being developed in March and April, it was really killing off people in blue states. So they just chucked it. And it wasn't until people in the White House started to talk about how the virus was killing our people that they started to give a shit. For fuck's sake.
It's a response from the... And by the way, Big Joel went off on this as well, got into a back and forth. That's good to see. Anyway, I'll say it again. If you have no standards of who you associate with, you will find yourself in the company of incredibly awful people. And they have. Anyway, this is Carolyn Borisenko, again, doing her thing. You wouldn't have seen this because you're blocked, because you don't have the juiciest ass on the planet, unlike me. I can only assume that's why. And not at all just because she's like some sort of weird misogynist or something. Anyway, I'm going to say this now too. The first I heard of the bomb threat that the Ingleside Hotel is trying to pin on me and my supporters is that it came because someone found out Milo Yiannopoulos was staying there. Threats and violence come from the left, not the right.
Okay. Nobody knew where you were staying. You were the one who tweeted it out and started a whole furore around giving them hassle and giving them bad Yelp reviews. And within hours of you doing that, they got a bomb threat. That was you, bitch. Yeah. That was you.
Yeah. And if it is coincidental, which we can't completely rule out that story could be true. I don't believe it for a fucking second. But let's just go with it for a second. You can't really blame people for putting two and two together here, because you literally, as Kristi pointed out there, that was the series of events. It's pretty natural to come to the conclusion that you and your fans were at fault for this. But anyway, just to the point, the right don't do violence.
Fuck off.
Do you want to talk about the number of synagogues and mosques that have been shot up by right-wingers?
QAnon has been mentioned as a terrorist group. Nobody, Antifa has not been linked to, like, killing people.
Yeah, the Antifa body count is 0 because they don't go and killing people. So, anywho, this guy never misses. It's in a tweet from earlier. Prediction: Joe Biden will not be nominated by the Democrats. Brett Weinstein's incredible, right? I suspect Biden would already have stepped aside if Bernie Sanders wasn't in second place. The DNC fears Sanders as he poses a substantial threat to their corruption racket. But anyway, Joe Biden was yesterday or the day before nominated by the Democratic Party for their
political
position of candidate for the president of the United States.
Yeah.
Brett Weinstein might be a fucking idiot. What do you reckon?
Yes.
Yeah. Andy losing his shit here. If Donald Trump wins re-election in November, America will experience a wave of mass left-wing violence, rioting and looting much worse than what we've already experienced.
Have a civil war. Go on, do a civil war.
Yeah, they're desperate. They're desperate for a civil war. By the way, Andy, what do you think will happen if Trump loses? Do you think the right are just going to go, never mind, been looking 4 years, I guess?
Oh, yeah, he'll just look the other way at that, like he does with all the other right-wing violence that doesn't make him money.
Yeah. The reminder here, I'll retweet this out for people if they want to see it. Laura Loomer is disgusting.
Oh, yeah, she's terrible.
This particular one, Stefan Manley says, over 2,000 have died migrants have died crossing the Mediterranean.
Jesus.
She says, good, here's to 2,000 more.
Fuck her.
I wonder why she got banned from Twitter. Shocking.
She's promoting death.
Indeed. She also said, she didn't care about the Christchurch attack. Which again was, Caroline, that was when a right-winger went into a mosque and killed 70 people. Okay. This administration is pure evil. Nearly 3,000 pages of emails reveal the Department of Education worked with men's rights groups to rewrite the rules on campus sexual assault and harassment.
Yep. They want men to be able to get away with rape on campus.
That's basically the whole point, yeah. Yep. Surprising that the rapist president wants men to get away with rape.
Imagine that.
That's shocking.
Yes. The guy who wished the friend of Epstein, like Wrangler.
Ghislaine Maxwell, yes.
Yes. Co-criminal, I guess I'll just say. Well.
Twice, indeed, yes.
Yes. Double down.
He was given an opportunity to correct himself and say, no, I didn't mean to say that or something. No, he went full with it. This was incredible. This is the guy that shot bin Laden, right? The former Navy SEAL dude.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And he says, he doesn't want to wear a mask. I'm not a pussy. Now, bear in mind that one of these macho bullshit things is you don't take shit from women, right? Because that would be a pussy bitch move.
Yeah.
I didn't delete my tweet. My wife did.
She realized that you were being dragged all over Twitter for being an asshole, and she's looking out for you. Yeah. You should be grateful.
So you're not a pussy, but you are clearly under the thumb, my friend. Just saying. See what I did? I turned his toxic masculinity back on him. It's fine. All right, no need for that. Jesus. Donald Trump doing some cancel culture whilst also engaging in economic sabotage against an American company
in Ohio, of all places.
In Ohio, yeah,
because he needs to win there.
It's not like he needs to win that state. Yeah, that's that. When has Ohio ever been an important state to win in American elections?
When has that been pivotal? Decades. For decades.
Yeah, basically since the end of the Second World War. Yeah. It's been since people can remember.
Yeah.
It's saying don't buy Goodyear tires because they banned MAGA hats or something.
Yeah, but they basically it's a work rule on, like, you shouldn't in one company or one branch or one area saying we don't want you wearing political stuff at work because we're gonna get shit about it. So just do it on your private time. But he only freaked out about this,
So
not the equal application to all political views.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so but apparently cancel culture is bad.
Yes.
And needs to stop.
Except
when we do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is Donald Trump endorsing QAnon.
The crux of the theory is this belief that you are secretly saving the world from this satanic cult of pedophiles and cannibals. Does that sound like something you are behind?
Well, I haven't heard that, but is that supposed to be a bad thing or a good thing? I mean, if I can help save the world from problems,
cannibals and pedophiles. He thinks he's
not just that, satanic cannibals, which is the worst kind, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah. A, I don't believe he's never heard that. That's a lie. And B, what the fuck? Look, if that were true, yeah, that wouldn't be a problem. But the point is, Donald, it isn't true.
Yep.
Everyone outside of QAnon knows it isn't true.
He will not check or say anything bad about even the weirdest, most extreme, violent, racist groups that he thinks will support him.
So that's, well, I can't wait to see his weird QAnon platform going forward. That will be fun, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can't believe the QAnon thing. Again, he literally wished Ghislaine Maxwell luck twice.
And they're still.
QAnon are still like, he's going to out the paedophiles.
Yeah.
Is he? Is he? Well, going to out himself, is he?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm starting to believe also that the All Lives Matter crowd didn't really believe it, because there's this particular example here of guys saying, "What, Black lives? It's all lives matter." Then there was a horrific story this week of a 16-year-old Sudanese child who drowned in the English Channel, was washed up on a beach, and then the same person that said all lives matter, one less to worry about.
Piece of shit, honestly.
Apparently, not all lives.
No, just white lives. Oh, wait, isn't that what we've been saying? All lives is just code for only white lives matter. Yeah, actually it is.
That's precisely what it is. Yeah. Indeed. I quite like this joke, Fallout Tampa.
Like
that
Fallout,
game.
Yes,
the Fallout game, because there's and I was like, Matt Gaze looks like a fucking zombie there. The fuck is wrong with that man's face?
His forehead is huge.
That forehead
it's monster
never
talk.
quits.
It's like, the monsters.
That goes on for days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quite
Anyway.
It's all forehead and chin with him.
Indeed.
Aww.
Look how happy that cat is.
That's a very happy kitty.
This was quite nice from Chicago. They have taken more from us than we could ever loot. That's pretty deep.
Yeah,
Hello?
reparations. Yeah, reparations, man.
Yeah.
You just sort shit out.
Okay. See, when I stop to let you talk, you
I
never
don't
have
always...
anything to say.
No, I do have things to say. I don't have everything to say just because, you like opening up the floor to me. I mean, in this case,
I've graciously allowed a WOMS to speak in my presence. Jesus, directly in contravention of biblical law, lest I fucking say. I mean, endangering my eternal soul to the lake of fire for this, and you've not got fuck all to say. It's outrageous.
Seems pretty self-evident, but okay. Anyway, what was? You have to tell me more about the next video, because this I was busy today doing actual work, so I didn't see this. Yeah. But what was? So June appeared on her channel. Is that what happened?
Yeah, Sharon had appeared on Carolyn Borisenko's channel.
Do we know why?
Because they're both twats. I don't know.
I mean, she's so left.
I have no idea.
She's so left. Why isn't she hanging out with like Peter and Angie and the whole left? I mean, she's so left.
I don't know.
Why is she hanging around with the MythCon crowd still? Okay.
I don't know, but do you want to hear what Dr. Borisenko, I don't know what she has a doctorate in, shithouse already? I don't know. Thinks public policy making is like?
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
You're voting for Trump, right?
I am.
100% voting for Trump. Yes.
So what policies do you like of his?
What I like of his is that he is the only person that is pushing back on the woke brigade, and I actually think that is the biggest impediment towards maintaining our way of life.
So
you're voting for
that's not a public policy, is it?
No.
That's just the way he speaks.
Yeah, it's just being a trolling sort of shitbag.
Yeah.
That's not a policy.
Like,
What you're basically saying is that I like him because he makes liberals mad.
Yeah.
That's sophisticated.
But yeah. And totally doesn't show that your whole you used to be a liberal thing is a lie.
A lie, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not public policy would be like I don't know, education funding or something. Like there are it's a specific action. Whereas he's pushing back on the woke brigade. Could you get any more neb than that?
Well, he has no policies. He has no.
Yeah.
Think about it. What policies? I'm sorry, everyone. I have for some reason
Yeah, but half of his cabinet positions are like empty.
Yes.
So
No, I mean
he doesn't have anyone there to do anything.
His earlier policy was the wall blew, part of it blew down. Even the Republicans wouldn't give him money for it. He said he was going to replace Obamacare with something amazing. That never happened. I mean, other than staying out of jail, what is his agenda for the next 4 years if he were reelected?
Well,
nothing.
To be fair, he did get one thing done. He managed to get a massive tax cut for rich bastards through a Senate and Congress both controlled by Republicans, which is the equivalent of pushing an already open door. So
that's true.
He did that.
Well, he signed what they gave him to sign. That's
exactly.
What they did.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling she doesn't have a clue of a single Trump policy, and that's why she just likes the fact that he makes the left mad. He insults people. Yeah. That's a great role for president. Carlin, you're still a numpty. Still a numpty.
Indeed. So yeah, this is the Black Lives Matter thing again. But this one just made me laugh. I don't know who this fucking twat is, but he's like a right wing arsehole. The only reasonable explanation for this is Goodyear is run by pedophiles.
What?
Until proven for otherwise, this is my stance. That's the only reasonable explanation? Really? What the fuck's that got to do with anything?
I'm also, that doesn't look like the Goodyear diversity training slide. That looks like they just typed it up themselves. My understanding was that all the political things were like, keep that off of, like, not BLM, not LGBT, not blue lives or black lives, like just keep your political stuff to your personal time. Here you wear your uniform.
But Kristi, look at the bottom left-hand corner here.
Yes, Fox News. They typed it up.
That's the giveaway that this might be a lie.
Yes.
They might be lying. But not as much as this guy who thinks they're run by pedophiles. So, okay. Anyway.
Seriously dangerous.
This was quite funny. Right. The page doesn't exist anymore. Oh, that's annoying. Anyway, it was like a really wholesome meme of a guy, of the little cartoon dog saying like, oh, you should smile more, blah, blah, blah. And this person just says, fuck you, pig. Okay. Anyway, it was funny. In context, it was funny. Okay. Look how cute this fucking kitten is.
Oh, that's a kitten? How old is that kitten?
Look at the tiny little arms.
It's like,
look at the tiny little arms.
Its eyes opened yesterday. It's so tiny. Oh, that
Tanaket.
Oh, sweet. So sweet.
Yeah. So this thing happened. The A levels.
You want to talk about the disaster of the A levels
between high school? Yeah, between high school and university level, there's a thing called A levels, which is like, is it senior and junior year in high school for Americans? I think.
Yeah. I mean, you could just say how old they are for, So.
Oh, right. So like 17, 18.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's basically the bit you do before university or college. And the A-level results were a fucking catastrophe.
It was a nightmare.
They tried to downgrade like millions of kids
randomly
results, which meant randomly, but not for the rich kids. Rich kids' schools were unaffected by this.
Oh,
unsurprising. Anyway, but they eventually had to backtrack because basically the entirety of Britain was like, what the fuck are you doing, you cunts? So they eventually went like, okay, fair enough. But anyway, as always with this corrupt set of bastards, the firm that they've hired, Ofqual is the government body that deals with qualifications in education. The firm links to Michael Gove.
right?
Yeah, the Office of Qualifications.
Yeah, that's why it's Ofqual.
Ofqual, yeah. But they're all like that. It's like Ofcom is the Office of Communications.
Yes.
It's all, actually, bizarrely, it's quite Orwellian, albeit that just in the terms of the fact that it's like the Ministry of Love becomes Mini Love. It's that basic contraction. Anyway, so firm link to Gove, who is the Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, which basically is a weird position, which is quite powerful, but anyway. And Dominic Cummings, who is basically the de facto Prime Minister. That firm was given a massive government contract to sort that out.
Without tender. Yeah, that's completely
without
corrupt.
Tender. Yeah.
So when I worked on
this is so corrupt, it's untrue.
Yeah, when I worked on the British election study back in 2005, and they had a £1 million grant from the Economic and Social Research Council. Part of that was assigned to cover the salaries of the principal investigators to free up some of their time from teaching. But the bulk of the study funds went to hiring for polling, either in-person polling or online polling, because that's when they wanted to start comparing in-person and online for how reliable they were. And they had to do bids for both of those. And I think that ended up going to NatCen, the National Centre for Social Research, and that was for £750,000. They had to get competitive bids for that amount of money. Now imagine doing all of the all of that stuff for the public first communications contract, how much that would have been worth, and that didn't go out to a competitive tender. Fucking bullshit.
It's ridiculous. The whole point of tender is that you, in theory, get the best deal for the British taxpayer.
Yeah, or we call it
also
bid.
means there's oversight.
Yes, yes, and transparency on why you get hired. Yeah, like there has to be a criteria. Like you have to be able to do this, and then we figure out who can do this, what we need based on our predetermined criteria at the cost that is best or most efficient.
Yeah. Well, and it's not
Bruce.
surprising given the in theory, Bruce?
Yeah, Bruce is in the chat.
Oh, sorry. Hello, Bruce. Sorry. I was like...
And PZ's in the chat. You can't see them.
Bruce with...
PZ's in the chat.
Yeah.
Rory Katz.
Anyway. Yeah. Hello, PZ. I'm still giggling from Zardonic. That was very nice. Anyway, it's unsurprising given that Boris Johnson's Prime Minister, who literally gave public money to an American woman he was fucking. That's a thing.
Taxpayer money is
Nothing
just like a slush
there.
fund for these people.
Yeah. Quote from Muhammad Ali. We don't really have to go into it. It was a cool quote. Anyway. This made me laugh a lot.
Oh, are you going to get out your quotes now?
I am now dead.
Are you going to get out your quotes now that you...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So for those who don't know, that's Ben Shapiro's wife, Boris Chevy to the levee. The levee was dry. Talking about her
wet
vagina.
P word.
Anyway.
Yes.
His wet ass P word, P word being the female genitals. Yes. So I've made just a quick note of some stuff. These are all from either like under the videos we've done on this or under my fake posts and stuff like that. Some of it's very, very funny. Someone wrote, Ben Shapiro, if pencil dick energy was a person.
Yes. Yeah. Look at his face. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I feel bad for Ben Shapiro's wife. Imagine training for years to go into the medical field only to have to use that to answer dumb questions from your shit husband.
Yes.
Someone did the Seymour Skinner from the Simpsons meme where it's like, I wonder if X, which is like introspection. No, the bloody are wrong. Someone did that with like, I wonder if I'm just unable to make women sexually aroused. And then the bottom bit is the vaginas are wrong, which made me laugh enormously.
Yeah.
Maybe Ben could try destroying his wife in a debate over whether she came or not.
Because he tries to destroy liberals, right?
Yeah.
That's his little thing.
Yeah.
Unless it's Andrew Neil, then he runs away.
Then he runs away. Yeah. Ben Shapiro's wife, a DAP.
I would assume dead ass.
Well,
or dry ass
would work as well.
Yeah.
Someone did one of those amazing Gordon Ramsay memes where it's just him shouting, and it's like something compared to something, and it's Gordon Ramsay shouting, "This chicken is drier than Ben Shapiro's wife."
I feel bad. I mean, she didn't ask for this shit, but he put her under the bus.
What?
He put her out there.
Well, yes, but also she did basically give a weird diagnosis,
Yeah.
which is just not real at all.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, I'm sure his wife gets plenty wet. ... when Ben is at work. And then there was a couple of things I saw from Twitter which weren't connected to this, but weren't connected to me in it or this show in any way, but were just very funny. So one person wrote, "My only real gripe about sanitizing my hands so much is that they end up drier than Ben Shapiro's wife."
God.
And then someone wrote a little
I feel
poem.
bad for her. All right.
Roses are red. I'm sure Ben Shapiro must regret letting us all know he can't get his wife wet.
Yeah, I think that's more of it. I mean, I know she's catching flack for it, but I wish it'd be more directed at him. So.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah.
Anyway, so so Russiagate was clearly like a thing that actually was a thing. It wasn't a hoax.
No, and you know who decided that?
Who?
The Republican-led Senate Intelligence Committee.
Yep. But they'll all still back him in the next election because they're garbage.
Yep. He committed treason, but he's good. If he's going to tweet
Idiot
about
is.
me, then people are going to be the mads at me. What?
Yeah, this is just a sweet picture of two brothers hugging. That was nice. And this fucking mental right-winger. Of course leftists will demand to see an affirmative consent document.
What the? Just shut the fuck up, man.
And
Nobody
someone
asked
said,
you.
"I'm afraid the patient has the terminal culture war dementia and his brain no longer enjoys normal things."
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Minorities feel police are racially biased in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Because they are racially biased in the UK.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, British people, white people keep convincing themselves that it's a very polite country and that they're not racist, haven't ever lived in Britain as a not white person. And I'm not saying that America's any better. I'm just saying for some reason British white people have this real denial.
Because we offshored.
Yeah, you offshored it.
Well, because we offshored our slavery bit. Like America has to deal with that shit because it was there and there was like a civil war and stuff. Whereas in our history, we're like, we didn't have slaves.
Well, and the
They
thing
were
is,
never here.
you guys will give Scottish people shit for being addicted to drugs, or Welsh people for shagging sheep, but you can't give each other shit for your obvious problems with like racism in the country. Come on.
No, there's no racism. What are you talking about? There's no racism.
No. Yep.
Anyway, this cunt says, "If you can protest in person, you can vote in person."
Yeah.
And Sharon responds, "If the president can vote by mail, Americans can do it by mail."
Pretty much. Yep.
Yep.
I've already requested my absentee ballot. I've put it in. As soon as I get it, I'm FedExing back with the tracking number and requiring a signature.
This is the story of the legendary historical grilled cheese.
What?
Get ready for this. Right, the world's oldest cheese has been found in an Egyptian tomb. It may be filled with a deadly disease. To which someone said, "Can't drink the sarcophagus juice, can't eat the tomb cheese. What even is the point of archaeology?" Right? Then another story, 2,000-year-old lump of butter found in Irish bog. Can we still eat the fucking bog butter? Fellas, we've got 2 out of 3 ingredients for a legendary grilled cheese. World's oldest bread found at prehistoric site in Jordan. Hell yeah, baby, we done it. God herself can grill us a cheese. And then, ancient non-stick frying pan found in Italy. This 52-million-year-old fossil is the world's oldest tomato. Tonight we dine like kings.
That is really good archaeology jokes. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
Nice. Indeed. Yeah, cancel culture is bad, except when the right wing do it to Goodyear. That's literally a tire shop.
Well, some guy went
Anyway,
into Goodyear and okay.
No, that he works there and he's taking it down, but it's like a tire store, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? That's well done then, taking down like the most popular brand of fucking tire in the world or whatever.
Exactly.
Anyway. Yeah, so that was the guy who revealed. Tube racist knocked unconscious after telling black passengers, "You're my pets," is son of wealthy construction firm owners and has already handed himself into police. Says his mother.
Him and
This is a
Jacob Wall's
grown-ass
mother.
man. The fuck? Why can't he speak for himself ever? What the fuck, you know? Anyway, but he got knocked the fuck out. So yeah. Good.
Said,
But
knock
again,
you
self-defense. It was self-defense.
Yeah, as the police are investigating to see if he was, they should charge him with a crime for racial abuse.
Exactly. Vosh is an idiot.
Okay, episode what?
Exactly. The virgin, all the people who don't like the virgins. He's the Chad actually effective leftist. Now, some of that's okay, but I want to point out here.
Yeah.
This little quadrant here, right, has enough brain cells to balance socialism and minority rights. Now, Bosch, if your socialism doesn't already incorporate minority rights as a basic core principle, it isn't socialism.
Yeah, you're not balancing.
What you're doing there is white socialism.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It has enough brain cells to balance socialism and minority rights.
Yeah. If your socialism is at odds with minority rights, it's just fascism, isn't it?
Okay.
Like, yeah, you're an idiot. And it's a cell phone, you daft bastard.
Oh, charismatic and rhetorically effective.
He's the only true leftist.
Charismatic and...
you want to go back to it?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, just sorry, like, charismatic and rhetorically effective. Like, who is that exactly? Direct action when possible.
Vosh, apparently.
Is by sitting in your butt. Okay, whatever. Yeah, that's just...
But also, I like the fact that one of these is the virgin woke scold, even though his whole thing is shitting on other leftists who aren't like him. But that's not woke scold. That's fine.
No,
when it's him, it's just criticism.
Yes.
But everyone else who criticizes him is a woke scold.
Or crazy.
Or crazy.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Yeah, well, Kristi, you are clearly... I mean, you are mentally deranged. I don't think there's any doubt about it.
Yeah, that's how yes. How do I manage to hold down a well-paying civil service job and get published in academia?
Indeed. Do you want to see a man in his underpants having an anti-racism techno freakout?
Sure. Do we have a choice? It's in your book. What?
Racism sucks. Racism sucks. Racism sucks. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this goddamn shit. Tired of these centuries of motherfucking racism.
Wait for it.
Put it to an end. 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 You take your preconceptions that you have up in your damn heart. You take them out of your heart. You put them on the table. Consider that shit. Consider that shit. Let go of that shit. Let go of that shit.
Ice Cube retweeted that.
Why?
Yeah. I mean, fair play, but it's mental, and he's got bananas on his boxers, which is just funny. And there's a flamingo.
I noticed the flamingo.
The moon. It's just, there's just so much crazy shit going on in that, but I love it. Anyway, I thought that was the greatest thing ever. Yeah, Matt Hancock, the health secretary, says there's little or no evidence to suggest that the coronavirus is passed around in offices.
What?
Little does he remember that Matt Hancock got coronavirus from his office.
God, we are ruled by idiots.
Idiots, absolute fucking idiots. Brilliant. Anyway, just the lineup of people at the RNC: MAGA Covington kid, the My Pillow guy, who I didn't even know existed before, but there we go. The Demon Sperm Doctor, Kid Rock, the political heavyweight Kid Rock, Scott Baio, and the racist gun couple. I mean, wow, what a lineup. Really.
Yeah, that's going to be pulling in the ratings.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. At least 45 migrants have died in the largest shipwreck off Libya's coast. And quite rightly pointed out, people. They're people. Mm-hmm. 45 people have died. Anyway. Yeah, this is amazing. Toby Young, we've talked about this Tory cunt before. Anyway, he wrote a thing for the Right Wing Spectator going on about This year's cohort of A-level students has been gifted extra places at good universities at the expense of next year's cohort. Like the lockdown, the unintended consequences of this fix are worse than the problem it is designed to solve, which is amazing because this motherfucker's A-level results weren't good enough, so his rich daddy rang up an Oxford Don that he knew in order to get him in. Just saying. But these poor fuckers who, through no fault of their own, worked really hard and the government tried to fuck them over, that's their fault. Because they didn't have a rich daddy. So that was their mistake, clearly. God, I hate some people. The men's rights movement are scum. In order to try and defend the mass murderer, what's his fucking face?
Elliot Rodger.
Roger says no gun ever killed anyone. Flash forward to a woman killing her abusive husband, a crazy honey with a gun, where they go on to explain how women use guns as violence against men. So, but apparently that's the,
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be interesting if the NRA just started to say the way to solve, domestic violence. They say that for crime, but if there's just sort of like exceptions for defending yourself against your abusive husband, suddenly that's like, oh no, you can't use it in that situation.
Well, there would be very few police left. They'd all be killed by the abused spouses. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Dolly Parton. This is amazing, right? Stuart Baker, writes about Dolly Parton. Basically came out and said,
who is Stuart Baker?
Yeah, Black Lives.
Can you say?
Well, we'll get onto it.
Okay.
Anyway, right. So Stuart Baker, who's let's just say person in the media field, responding to Dolly Parton, who basically said, "Yeah, Black lives do matter," which should be the most uncontroversial thing in the world. But there we go. Stuart Baker decides to go off on one though. Quote. So now this freak-titted old southern bimbo was a beer lover. Remember, slut? Rednecks made you a millionaire. Well, Dolly, read this. And then here's a thing.
You know what BLM lover sounds like?
N-word lover.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that's precisely what it is, he then goes on about, liberals, unfriend me, you pieces of shit, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I don't want un-Americans around.
You don't want un-Americans around.
Have fun forsaking your own race, culture, and heritage.
But it appears that maybe someone, his employment, got in touch with him because a few minutes later,
you were about to lose your job.
I just want to say, I apologise to Mrs. Parton and anyone else if I offended you with my comments. I was simply offended by her words. Do you really think only our white asses are the only ones that matter? No. I suppose that set me off, and I'm sorry I used some appropriate language in my response. Once again, I regret my actions, and I am deeply sorry. I love you all, and I thank you for hearing me out. Sincerely, Stuart Baker /Unknown Henson. Apparently that didn't do the trick. Folks, I have been fired from my cartoon show, lost my endorsements, and my chance of ever being booked by any music venue as Unknown Henson again. I just hope you assholes are happy you took a good man and talent down. You succeeded. Be proud that you ruined a person's life all because of the freak show called Dolly Parton and BLM. This is the saltiest thing that's ever existed.
Yes.
Thanks a lot. I gave my best, you assholes, for over 30 years. I guess you just love to kick someone when they're down. That's so twisted and perverted. Again, thanks. I'll remember you bastards.
God, it's amazing how much he sounds like David Silverman. You're about to lose
talk
your
shit,
job.
get hit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. I mean,
anyway, so that
consequences.
That and I love that corporate bullshit apology. Like,
I'm
sorry if I used inappropriate language. You still got fired, motherfucker. Go rot.
And then the mask drops again. Bye, bitch.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah. We won't miss you, Stu.
Nope.
Anyway, former Trump advisor. There's more on this in a bit, but Steve Bannon got arrested. Along with 4 others and indicted for illegally funneling money from the We Build the Wall fund, which we covered when it happened.
Yeah, we did.
When Trump first got elected and he couldn't get money from the Congress.
Congress is like, we're not wasting our money on that.
Yeah, exactly. We're not pissing the American people's money away on that. Anyway, so do you want to see the most wholesome thing in the history of the world?
Sure, yes. I think we need to we need something cleansing after all of that.
Yeah.
Aww.
So it's a pupper and a baby.
Aww.
Every kid deserves to grow up with a good pup.
Aw,
It's true.
sweet. Aww.
Bestest best friends.
Aw, so your ears are so
Oh, they're
fluffy.
in bed.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's
And then,
so
hang on,
sweet.
wait for it. There you go. All babies kind of look like Winston Churchill.
Maybe Winston Churchill just, yeah. Oh, kiss on the
Look
mouth.
like a baby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look, it just goes on. They're bestest
Yeah.
best friends.
Aw.
Oh, look at that.
Aw.
They're in bed together.
So sweet.
Oh. Oh, that's too wholesome.
Yes.
God, I'm gonna get fucking diabetes from this man with sugar.
All the sweetness. All the sweetness.
Indeed. James Blunt, the British singer and Cockney rhyming slang, developed scurvy after adopting an all-meat diet to assert his masculinity.
Well,
So is it gay to have vitamin C now?
yeah,
Is that the problem?
saw that coming.
I don't know.
I mean, what do you think was going to happen, motherfucker? What? Like,
Yeah.
don't listen to Jordan Peterson.
But Kristi, who needs teeth and gums really? It's
They're
fine. Just let
optional.
them rot away.
I can't believe you
Exactly.
got fucking scurvy.
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 Like a fucking 17th century pirate or something. What the fuck?
More like
Jesus.
oppressed Americans who were trapped or kidnapped by the British and forced to serve by your cruel government.
Indeed.
But yes.
Well, actually, it's the British Navy from which we, Americans could refer to British people as limeys.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's a thing to do with scurvy as well.
It is.
When it was discovered that what scurvy was to treat it, which is basically just have some vitamin C, it'll be fine. That's just all your body's lacking at the moment. Lots of other countries had like oranges and shit, but Britain didn't have a colony with oranges. But limes were grown in parts of the Caribbean where we had islands. So our navy had limes to solve the problem. Hence, limey became a thing.
Yeah, call him Limey Blunt after this. Hey, James, you need some... throw lime slices at him.
or just a glass of orange juice a day.
Fucking
Will help.
scurvy. I can't believe you
Jesus,
got
scurvy, I know. Jesus, it's like one of those diseases that shouldn't really exist
No.
anymore. What the
You-
fuck?
all you have to do is go to a
So
grocery
easily
store.
solved.
Yes.
Eat a fucking apple. You're fine. Jesus. Anyway. Yeah. Steve Bannon wasn't
Yes.
just arrested.
Nope.
He was arrested at sea by the Postal Service.
Yes. So I saw a theory on this.
Postie pirates.
Yeah,
What
and-
the fuck?
And I think, was he arrested for mail fraud as part of it? I don't know. Can you look at the story and what the actual charges were?
Oh, okay.
But,
Yeah, we can do.
I mean, we don't know exactly why it was the post office that did this. But I have seen someone speculate that, okay, so we know, for instance, that Trump tried to push out the SDNY prosecutor, the main person in that office. And they wanted to set up some person in their place, but the guy refused to resign. Do you remember this? And because there wasn't a proper procedure being followed. So they ended up doing proper procedure, and the person who was meant to take over, his underling took over. But of course, Barr has been messing with the Justice Department, and the FBI falls underneath that. So there's some speculation that they used the post office in order to, like, this is just, again, speculation, to circumvent Barr's interference in the Justice Department. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm putting it up there and with things that I count as possible. Yeah, wire fraud and conspiracy to commit money
Wire
laundering.
fraud, yeah.
Yeah.
Carries up to 20 years inside.
Fucking
Jesus.
lock him up, lock him up, lock him up, lock him up.
Yeah, look at this. Look at the fucking list.
Mhm.
Jesus. They are a criminal gang.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, so he's arrested by fucking posties at sea.
That is
but the
so
only problem
2020.
It is so exactly 2020 never quits, does it?
No.
It doesn't know where to fucking stop. with the mentalness. Well, the only problem was because he was arrested by the postal service. When they got to the police station, no one answered the door, so they had to leave him with a neighbour, and then put a little post through the post box saying we've left him at number 68.
I see.
And then
what
eventually
you did there.
they went and collected it later at home. So that's a posty joke. You're very welcome, world.
Yes.
So yeah, Steve Bannon might be going to jail, which is hilarious.
Yeah, that is hilarious. Fucking lock him up.
Hopefully the trial doesn't take place until after Trump's gone, because then he would definitely be going to jail. Whereas Trump might commute it like the. Yeah.
I don't know. Can he? I don't know if can he preemptively. You can't. No, he only has He has a pardon power. And so he would have to be convicted before he could be pardoned. If he's being tried, I don't think you can pardon someone.
No, but I mean,
Ford might have done that for Nixon. I don't know. I'd have to look at the presidential pardon powers.
But I just mean in general. Like, if he's sentenced before or convicted before Trump leaves office, he'll just pardon him, won't he?
Well, I mean, that's like 3 months.
Because he knows where all the bodies are buried.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I mean, I'd be surprised if he even has a court date set before the election starts, to be honest. So. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but he's then you got till January. That's what I'm worrying about.
Still, these cases take for freaking ever, like years.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. But anyway. And look how ill he looks there. He's probably going to be dead soon.
I want to see his mugshot.
It looks like cancer warmed up.
You know, and the Dems at their convention, they could have had a whole list of fucking Trump people in orange jumpsuits, all of their mugshots, letting people on Zoom yell, lock them up, lock them up. But of course, they didn't. They kept it highbrow and focused on the problems facing the country and the candidates that they were nominating. So.
Indeed. My only problem with Steve Bannon news is that he was arrested and not buried up to his head in an anthill like he deserves, which we don't endorse. That would be a terrible thing to happen.
But only in Minecraft.
Indeed. Pig cat in space?
Show me. I can't not look at that cat's face and not laugh. That's physically impossible for me.
It's a funny pig cat in space, so that's good. Unchained Media, that's the Mike Stuchbury thing. They're accusing him of being a paedophile with no evidence. They're a right-wing hack organisation. They're basically like a British Jacob Wall, is the basic gist, and he's going to be taking them to court and suing them for everything they have.
Good. Oh, by the way, when he tweeted that out, I did read their tweet, and they're like, Mike Stuchbury, we're going to do an expose on you, and you're really going to be upset, and nobody cares what you think. I'm like, well, if nobody cares what he thinks, why are you focusing on him? Just move along. So, definitely fucking sue him. Good luck, Mike. He had a pretty good run with Tommy Robinson, didn't he?
Indeed, yes. Tommy Robinson's going to lose that case, and that's why he was trying to offshore his stuff in Spain, which is ironic, I suppose.
Yes.
Anyway, when class reductionism goes wrong, or when you don't understand what it is, I'm an ally to the working class, not identity groups. Because apparently the working class aren't an identity group. Okay.
Oh my brain. Oh.
Yeah, I
despair.
Their brains are broken in a very, very funny way. Anyway. Yeah. Twitter won't unban far-right activist Laura Loomer after GOP primary win, which is hilarious because that was literally, it seems, the only reason she's even fucking running for office.
Yeah. I mean, until I learned Steve Bannon had been arrested, this was the highlight of my day. But then,
this was fun.
Yes.
This was very good. Maybe, I mean, you could try chaining yourself to their office again and piss yourself again if you want to. You never know. Second time's a charm and all that. Anyway, Russiagate was not a hoax.
Not at all.
It just wasn't.
The Republicans came to that conclusion.
Yeah, indeed.
What was it? Something Marco Rubio. They were trying to link it because I think Marco Rubio tied it. Some guy, Inslee, maybe, who was forced to step down because he had accusations of money laundering or something. And Rubio ended up taking over the committee. So anyway, like Rob, it's fucking true. It happened, and it's happening right now.
But we know Marco Rubio is a weak man because he owns a dog.
Yes.
So
Yes. That's right-wing logic
Ian Miles
for
Chung
you.
told us that.
Yes.
So, anyway,
Deep thoughts.
Yeah, as AOC points out here, all the heinous things that Bannon is responsible for, it's a GoFundMe page that does him in. Mediocre to the very end. And it's true. But America's got a history of this, because it never ceases to amaze me that they got Al Capone on tax evasion.
Yeah,
this is a historical precedent for this in America, I think.
Okay, but there's a very good reason for this. It's the same reason why the NRA is going to go down. It's because with money, there's a trace. With money, there's paperwork.
A trail, yeah.
Yeah, you have the literal receipts, right? And so when you go after someone for like lying to Congress, it's very difficult to prove a lie. But what's easy is to show people this money went from this person to this bank account, to this offshore account, to this shell company, and over to this person. And so it's just easier to prosecute for financial crimes because there's a paper trail. So that's it.
No, I know. Absolutely. It's just he was responsible for lots of murders as well.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah.
Well, hey, get him if he's a criminal, get him any way you can. I guess jail. It doesn't matter if he's in jail for fraud or whatever else. He's still in fucking jail. So.
Jail.
And where's Roger
Benjamin
Stone should be right now?
QAnon is.
Yeah.
Yeah. QAnon is the Tea Party's final form.
Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah, indeed, yes. A cat doing queuing properly and social distancing. Good
nice,
cat.
Well done. Good on you, mate.
Yeah, behaving himself. Who's surprised that Vladimir Putin has poisoned yet another political rival in Russia? Yep,
that's what his MO is. Loves a bit of poisoning, that guy.
Alexei Navalny has been hospitalized, having been severely injured whilst in jail and harassed and all the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
That is a dictatorship, a brutal, horrific dictatorship.
And good friends with Donald Trump.
Yeah, absolutely. What's this? Beyond absurd, literally laughable. Oh, yeah. Donald Trump Jr. gave a speech at Steve Bannon's Build the Wall thing, which is now,
that's because Trump signed off on it.
Subject to legal investigation. Yeah, but it's just like, he only gave one speech. That's fine. They've got no involvement with the organization, honest. And Trump literally was like, I don't know about Steve Bannon's thing. Who's Steve Bannon? I don't really know him that well.
Yeah, I know. I don't know much about him.
Yeah,
Trump.
Ridiculous. Yeah, the Postal Service captured Bannon at sea.
Yes, that is great. Boats for Trump. That's how they found him. Boaters for
and
Trump.
Not just that, but I like the idea of the capturing him at sea. Well, like a fucking whale. What? Is this like Captain Ahab finally got his weird blotchy-faced whale?
Yes.
Good. Anyway, this I don't like this. The Democrats in the past have said that anyone challenging an incumbent may have their money cut off or whatever. And then Nancy Pelosi goes and endorses Joe Kennedy against incumbent Ed Markey in Massachusetts.
Yeah, I have to look into it. I saw OAC was complaining about it. I have to look into that. So I don't know what's going on.
It's a breaking thing.
Is that for the Senate? Is that for the Senate or the House that Joe Kennedy is running?
Senate.
Well, okay. Well, that's it. I mean, it's one thing to not have endorsements against challenges for members of the House, but are they in a race for the Senate? I
believe so. Yeah.
Okay. Well, then she's not. Then it doesn't count because she's not endorsing a challenger to one of her own House incumbents. She has an opinion on a Senate race, which is a different a level of Congress. So I don't think that's not hypocrisy. Then that's not breaking the rules. But I don't really follow the Senate races, so I want to make sure I've got that right. I know Tony in the chat is probably like all up in there, but Senator Mark.
Okay, the quartering.
Yeah, that's a Senate race. That's not a House race. That's not the same. Okay. She's not endorsing a challenger to a House member, which is what the rule is applying for. So that's what we're talking about.
Okay. I have a section of the base. This is quartering. He was caught pissing off camera on a live stream.
No, yes,
in
I
his
have
basement.
that video. Yes.
Yeah. He claims there's a section of that's unfinished, and there's a drain pipe that he was pissing into.
Oh my god, that makes it better.
But Yeah, remember, kids, having pronouns in your bio is worse than drunk pissing in a drain pipe in your basement live on stream. That's the quartering logic there.
Fucking.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I can just go piss in my house because I've got a hole in it. My house is unfinished. Yeah. I live in a fucking hovel.
AB levels off the chart.
It is cute. Cutesy, cutesy, cute.
That is very cute. And I'm done. Boom shakalaka.
All right. Well, there you go. I have a couple. You have two, so I think we'll go real quick. And yeah. Oh, wait. Sorry, I guess I got it all mixed up. Oh, and I have to screen share with you. I have to move the chat. I have to resize the window. I have to resize the window. Fucking YouTube and these stupid windows that don't move, even though you grab them in the right spot. I touch them in their secret place and they still. Oh, fucking YouTube. Now that's just talking about. I'm having issues. All right, hold on. Let me share. You can see how poorly I'm doing here if I share my screen with you. And are you screen sharing again now? Do you have to switch something on Twitch to share the screen that you're on?
Yeah, I do in a second. But you haven't got going yet.
Okay, there we go. Brace. Yeah. Thank you, Tony. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think AOC is just looking for a reason to piss on Nancy Pelosi because it's how she virtue signals. So, like I said, I'm not. If other people, AOC, like I'm like 10%. Just this last thing about her complaining about endorsing in a Senate race, implying a rule for the House to the Senate.
Well, it wasn't AOC.
Oh, well, it was AOC. AOC did. I saw her earlier today. She was complaining.
Oh, did she? Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I showed you from Jules Sedell.
Oh, okay.
Whoever that is.
So, I mean, I like about 10 to 20% of what she does, and then the other time she fucking irritates me. But then again, if Republicans go after her, I'll defend her like she's my sister. So it's one of those like, hey, it's our family. We can criticize each other, but don't you fucking come at her. So, oh yes, this is great. If you're following along for 2020, you have Wayne LaPierre swindling the Second Amendment supporters, Jerry Falwell Jr. snookering evangelicals, and Bannon bilking border hawks. Conservatives should be very angry. You got used, but that's always had a Ponzi scheme. Always.
Yeah. You got done by a long con. It was a grift the entire time.
It's always,
which I could have told you at the very start. It was obvious.
Yeah, it's all a con. Facebook took down a shit ton of QAnon stuff. Like several accounts on Instagram and on Facebook. So they're getting, I guess, pressure. They're trying to clean up their act a little bit, which is, I guess, better than what they did in 2016. But
yeah. But it's a low bar when it's only QAnon that are getting done. PragerU are still publishing their shit on Facebook.
Yeah. Although they're
and YouTube, I suppose.
To be fair, Prager isn't associated with actual violence and killing people, so
No, I suppose that's true. Well, I suppose I could mention the support of the Israeli occupation, but that's a different matter entirely, Kev. Don't go there.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we've got this week is the Dem convention, and the next week we saw the lineup for the Republican convention.
Can't wait. The Covington Gun Kid is undoubtedly going to be a classic speech up there with the greats.
So let's see who the Dems had up. So this is apparently like a 2-minute video with the highlights from the 3 nights all together. So we can just.
Do you reckon Joe Biden cut this video together on Adobe Pro?
I'm sure he did it himself.
Yeah, exactly. The transitions are going to be crisp. This motherfucker knows his editing. Okay.
Oh damn it! I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, one of the things Fox News was even nice about Michelle Obama on her night.
Yeah.
So I mean, the whole thing the impression, because it's on at a time that I'm just asleep. Sorry, I'm not staying up to watch the Democratic convention. But from what I heard, the technology all went off perfectly. Like, it was flawless with the way they ran it virtually. The other thing is that some people were giving really good speeches. Like Michelle Obama gave a great speech. Obama gave another great speech. Joe Biden, normally it's the vice president who speaks and then introduces the person being nominated for president. But Joe Biden specifically said, I want to introduce Kamala because I want to hand off to the next generation. I'm going to go first, and I'm going to let her speak last. He is doing a really good job. I think he saw all the excitement that came from people of color and especially Black women, and he saw how the base just turned on the fountains when it came to donations, and I think he's seen a massive boost. Right, so the stronger she is...
Oh, yeah, they raised a fuck ton of money, yeah.
48 million in 48 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, $1 million an hour.
Yeah.
You're joking.
Yeah.
The fuck?
And so, I mean, for me, it's I didn't realize that he had let her be the last speaker, and that just kind of blew my mind. Politicians are usually so driven by ego, they wouldn't think of that. So anyway, so we'll just look at this, and then we'll also
unlike you, I do stay up to watch stuff from America,
okay.
But mainly because it was the basketball playoffs and the ice hockey playoffs have started, so that's why I stay up to watch. I didn't watch this. I have no idea. No, I've seen highlights. I've seen clips from speeches and things.
Yeah, so this is just a little wrap up. I don't know if we're going to see this just as a comparison for when the Republicans start. So I haven't watched this, so I don't. This is actually the first time I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I guess it's just the third night.
I accept your nomination for vice.
This is definitely a Biden edit. He's a big fan of the anti-clockwise swipe. He's a big fan of it. I know that. That's so quintessentially Biden. I love it.
Okay.
As President of the United States of America, our children and our grandchildren will look in our eyes. And
sorry. I thought it was gonna be like a highlight of everyone. Oh yeah. So I will just go through this quick. So we had Kamala. We had Gabby Giffords.
No, we don't need to. We don't need to go through it quickly. What rush are we in?
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I mean, if people are watching, that's on them.
Fair enough.
If people are still watching whatever the fuck this show is years later, that's on you. I wash my hands of any consequences.
Other than Demon Sperm Doctor, how many of the speakers were women on that? Kid Rock, not Scott Baio, not.
Well, technically, half of the gun couple is Woms.
Yeah, we'll see if she gets to talk.
But that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And Kid Rock loves the bitches, so he's repping for the Woms.
Bang to bang. Well. Yeah. I just realized the first three people are all women in this clip.
Yeah.
Okay. Hitting play.
Kev, why don't you hang on? Kev, why don't you have any morals? What?
Yeah.
Who is this person?
It's one of those.
Open your eyes. So bad, lol.
Yeah, everything is corrupt if you vote for if you vote for any of the political parties, you're corrupt, I think is their point, which is pointless, which is why I ignore them.
Fuck off.
Yes.
Yeah, just go away, Sean, you dickhead.
All right.
By the way, for anyone clipping that out of context, it's Sean Moonshine in the chat. Not Sean from Sean and the Gins. That's a different thing entirely.
They wouldn't be in my chat. They wouldn't. What would they become watching the happy hour? They've got things to do. All right.
I got done. Likewise swoops in.
All right, hitting play.
Lovely stuff.
Eyes. And they're going to ask us, where were you when the stakes were so high? We will tell them not just how we felt. We will tell them what we did.
Fighting makes me stronger. America needs all of us to speak out.
For 4 years, people have told me I didn't realize how dangerous he was, or worse, I should have voted. Look, this can't be another woulda, coulda, shoulda election.
So here is our answer. We will remember in November when we will elect Joe Biden president.
Donald Trump's
it's all
ignorance
women
and incompetence.
I mean, only one woman of color,
sadly, to our country.
So far, but
COVID-19 was Trump's biggest test. He failed miserably.
Donald Trump hasn't grown into the job because he can't. And the consequences of that failure are severe. So let me tell you about my friend, Joe Biden. That empathy, that decency, the belief that everybody counts.
See,
that's who Joe is.
I have to say,
this administration.
This is now a little bit conceited because Joe Biden put this video together and yet he's put this in as a highlight. Like, just tone it down a bit of humbleness, Joe, in your editing style is all I'll suggest.
Administration has shown it will tear our democracy down if that's what it takes for them to win. So we have to get busy building it up by voting like never before for Joe and Kamala and candidates up and down the ticket so that we leave no doubt about what this country that we love stands for.
Let's fight with hope. Let's fight with confidence in ourselves and a commitment to each other. Thank you. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America.
So, got that done. Yeah, again, I'm not really following that closely because of the time difference, but...
Yeah, nice work. That must have taken a long time to put together. Although only 2 minutes probably wouldn't have taken long to render, so that's good.
Yeah.
Well done, Joe.
If he used
That's a running joke I was doing about him editing the video. Did you get that?
Yep. Yes. Donald Trump comes out against defending a violent domestic terrorist group. So
these people love our country, do they?
Mm-hmm.
Also, I thought you said you didn't know who QAnon were.
Yep.
How do you know they love the country?
Exactly. He says everything. It comes out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Jeb Bush slams Trump.
Oh, yeah, by the way, when he says that fact that the fact, quote unquote, on the screen, Europe's mortality is not 33% higher than the US, that's a lie. Donald Trump is a liar.
Oh, yeah. Of course he is.
Yeah.
Because we have the spread, and so we have the spread under control, and so I think when it comes to the mortality rate, it's probably like from way back data from old like months previous, because we don't have that many people on ventilators here, or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, like, hey,
but there are some states where they don't really have enough ventilators as well, so good stuff.
Yeah. So some more inter-party fighting. Fight.
Jeb.
Yep, slams
Jeb
as
2024.
Well, no, nut jobs, racist haters have no place in either party. Wow. I mean, I can't disagree with that statement, but it's just nice to see Ray on red.
Did he follow it by please clap?
Not that I know of. Hey.
That has to be one of the most pathetic pieces of political nonsense ever.
Oh, that was so sad. That was
clap.
so sad.
You just, oh God, he's a twat and he believes all kinds of fucked up shit. But that's really, like, you can't help but feel sorry.
Yeah.
That's desperate. Fucking hell.
Really desperate.
Sorry, go on.
I just saw this in the last 4 hours that Randy Rainbow apparently has transphobic and racist tweets that have been resurfacing. So watch this space. He's an artist that I've seen his and let's just see how he copes with it, because again,
he joked.
Black people are
murderers.
Hispanics steal. Let's see if he does a whole "I was so wrong and racist." Let's just see if he just does.
Or see if he leaves the left.
Okay. See if that happens.
You never know. Those are his which way, Western man. Well, those are his two options.
Yeah.
Basically.
I mean, this is the whole thing about about your heroes. Don't have any. I like Randy's stuff a lot. He makes me laugh, definitely. But obviously, he's got some shitty views that he's expressed in the past.
Well, one caveat: don't have heroes except if they're me, because I'm perfect.
Yeah, you're absolutely perfect. I forgot about that.
I am spotless.
Yep, defrauding. Yep, so we got that in. Several times. Also, a federal...
Posty pirates. Never... Pirates. They're fucking pirates now. They deliver post. They snatch up fascists at sea. Yep. Amazing. Is there anything the Postal Service can't fucking do?
A federal judge threw out Trump's effort to block the Manhattan district attorney from subpoenaing his financial records, and probably won't. I mean, that doesn't mean they're going to become public. They're going to be presented to a grand jury, but it looks like that should go through just before or just after the election. So, hey, unsurprisingly, women are finding it harder than men to stay positive during the coronavirus pandemic, and the strains are most keenly felt by surprise, working moms. Because moms end up doing the housework and the child care and the paid work, while dads go find something to do in the garage. I mean, that's kind of a sexist stereotype, but there's a reason. You think that if things were...
Kristi, why you gotta be so misandrist?
If you were thinking about it, like if there was equality, then men and women, there should be, for people who have the same aged kids in the same house, they should have the same experience, but they don't. So
okay, technically privateers rather than pirates, but pirate sounds way better.
Yes.
Yeah. And privateers were basically pirates anyway. It's just they were flying essentially under the flag of one of the states in charge, but they were essentially still doing piracy.
Yeah.
You know?
As John
It's just that
Harwood,
one nation's guns wouldn't turn on them, so that's it.
John Harwood noticed the word allowing here. Trump, why are Republicans allowing the Democrats in the House? Why are the Senate Republicans allowing the Democrats to have a ridiculous post office hearing on Saturday and Monday just before and during our convention? Let them hold them now during their convention or after our convention is over, always playing right into their hands. What the fuck? And he directed that at at Mitch McConnell.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Why are Republicans allowing the Democrats to do anything? I think is what Trump wants to know.
Yeah, basically, yeah, allowing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like it's a democracy or anything.
Yeah, they don't have the majority, and they set the agenda. I thought this was pretty funny. This guy, still ashamed of myself for going to a Rage Against the Machine concert 10 years ago. And then Tom Morello's like, we were sorry you came as well.
Oh, nice.
Fuck you, dude.
He's pretty badass.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, don't have heroes unless it's me or Tom Morello.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I've pointed this out before that I think when global social scientists want to look and rank and estimate things about how well or poorly a country did on different factors during the coronavirus, I actually think that having a woman leading the country will be a variable that will account for sufficient enough variance in the dependent variable that it will be statistically significant, and therefore you have to put it in the model to account for that variation. Now, I don't know if that'd be the case because we'll have to wait till everything's done. But yeah, the outcomes are significantly better in women-led countries. So
well, and I think right-wing populism will be another aspect of it.
Yes, definitely.
Virtually every right-wing populist government that I can think of, everyone that I can think of, has handled it piss poorly because they don't actually care about their populace.
No, they care about people. They care about the media coverage of it, so that they don't get blamed for it.
Yeah,
they want to manage the messaging.
Well, in countries where the fascism isn't so along that media coverage is allowed. Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. So there are also, this is a long-term panel on voters that they've been keeping up since 2016, and he's opening up. Biden is opening up an 11-point lead in that panel, since 2016, including a 4-point shift from people who voted for Trump in 2016 to Biden. So if you have Trump got by the skin of his teeth last time, so a 4-point shift, it just shows you why he's attacking the post office so much. Oh, you and I got the same one about the guy getting fired.
Yep.
Yeah, Cindy McCain went to speak in favor of Joe Biden as opposed to Donald Trump. So that just tells you how much she fucking hates them guy. Interesting. Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's not surprising. To be fair, she did mock her now dead partner. So, I can understand why she would not be a massive fan.
Yep. Do you want to see him peeing? Do we want to watch the quartering peeing? Because I did get the video.
You can only hear him peeing, to be fair. He doesn't whip his cock out on camera. I mean, not that you'd be able to see it if he did, but,
He is so drunk in this, too, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's really drunk.
Yeah. He's
you never know.
Someone needs to learn to handle their
oh, God, I don't need that. I don't need that level of specificity.
Maybe I'm going to pee in my trash can down here. I don't know. My wife went out for pizza without me, and I'm angry about it. So I'm going to win this round, and I'm going to pee. If
what a surprise.
Round,
she didn't want to go out with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't believe people sat around and watched this guy be drunk playing a fucking game.
What do we think about that?
So,
I don't have a bathroom down here.
So anyway, that actually happened. He really did pee.
Yeah, and you literally hear him tinkling in the background. Yeah.
I think.
Why didn't he just go to the room in his house that's designed for that purpose?
Yeah, I don't know. Absolutely don't know. Oh yeah, this is a little from the K Hive. one of the big guys in the K-Hive. In the spirit of unity to all the Bernie Sanders supporters, I would like to have a substantive conversation about Kamala Harris and explain to you how she's progressive. Yeah, even Bernie Sanders, quote, called her progressive, and she voted with him 93% of the issues. So,
yeah.
Yep. You could focus on the 7% or you could focus on the 93%. And yeah. I didn't realize it was August 18th, 100 years ago, on August 18th, that the 19th Amendment was ratified. Not just like passed or whatever, but it was properly ratified.
And America was destroyed instantly by that.
It's been downhill ever since. Oh, and there's Tony, not Tony, or doing it. This is fascinating too, and then I think we'll be done. But just to show you the difference between the media that Democrats consume and Republicans consume, in terms of vote by mail, all voters, most people, about less than half, 43%, plan to vote election day. 20 want to do early in-person voting, and 30% want to do by mail.
You can do early in person.
Some places you can vote. So basically, you request your mail-in ballot or your absentee ballot.
Oh, okay, I'm with you.
And then you just turn up and you hand it in. Or there are places where you can drop it off, that kind of thing.
Okay.
But more than 2/3 of Trump voters are planning on voting election day. Who knows where the pandemic is going to be like in November at that point. But Biden supporters, about the same, plan to vote before Election Day. Only 26% are planning on actually going to the polls, which just makes me feel so relieved, because it's our Democratic areas that are under-resourced, and the polling machines don't work, and there aren't enough workers there, and you end up with lines that last 8 hours. And the more people that we can get to vote, I mean, I think a bunch of Dems are shit scared in certain places, and they're going to all vote basically by the first week of October, and Biden's just going to bank all his votes. So I mean, on election night, if 2/3 of Democrats vote, it's going to really skew the initial results, because the first thing they're going to do is they're going to count and process all of the absentee ballots, and then they're going to wait for the other ones to come in, right? So Biden's going to build up everywhere these massive leads, is what my estimate is, and then Trump is going to have to catch him over the course of the night. So if you want to ask me what election night's going to look like, I think that's what it's going to look like. So it's going to be a really weird election night. Just normally, the early vote doesn't make that much of a percentage of the total vote, but this year's totally going to. Oh yeah, and then there's some more cat videos from the Thinking Cat. This is what do you say? What are cats?
I don't know. What are cats? How is that defying gravity?
It is. It's just floating in space. Like that head.
Most of its body isn't on the thing. So I don't,
It's like Zardoz. Cat gymnastics.
No, it's not. Stop. Nothing's like Zardoz. It's on its own thing.
Bless them. Oh, jump. No, jump. I love that. Absolutely love it. Okay. And that's it. That's all I had. I was so busy focusing on the Zardoz and also leap the parkour as well. So if anyone wants to suffer through it, I can show you. Should we give a little preview?
Yeah, if you want to.
I can't spell things correctly. All right. See, there's an umlaut. Parkour movie. There we go. There it is. Oh, see, he's doing the parkour already.
Oh, I can't wait. He did a roll on some grass. Good.
So much to look forward to. So we're going to watch that tomorrow night, is it?
Yes.
That's
that's off air, so I don't know why. Don't turn up expecting there to be a show tomorrow.
There won't be.
We're watching that off air, and that'll be fun.
Yes, so, and then we'll do a review it probably early next week. Oh, and I have an announcement.
Yeah.
It's not very exciting.
Go on,
then. All right, so I'm going to make a video about this, but I've actually reassigned one of my other channels to be a full-time gaming channel. And so it's not a very interesting story, but I'll just tell it. So initially when I was doing D&D with like Kristiosity, we were doing it one night a week. It would be something that would show up on my main channel once in a while, but we were still doing the happy hour. I still had weekend winters. I still had other things that was going on. But then in the last since lockdown, just the psychological strain of being alone and the stress. I started playing a lot more D&D, and that is my escapism. And so what I realized was that I was actually putting out more D&D content on my main channel than politics. And as a consequence, I just thought, well, what I'll do is I'll just shift everything over to my backup channel, which is now I've called it something else. Switch accounts.
Brand account.
Yeah, there it is. How come? Oh, the picture hasn't changed yet, but the picture will change to be some dice in the main thing. And yeah, I'll just be doing my gaming completely on that channel. Yeah, there it is. There's the picture. It's not shown up there, but anyway. So yes, there will be zero D&D on my main channel. If you're enjoying that, you should go subscribe to this channel, which is now called D&D Gaming with Kristi Winters. And I've also created playlists for all of the individual games. So I've got all of Kristiosity's game there, and I've got the game that I'm running and the game that R&D is running. Also, I am looking at, after this short session, which will end either in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, people want to do a longer campaign. So I'll be doing that here as well. So just a little FYI, if you've seen a lot of D&D stuff from me showing up in these are my dice. They're very pretty. They're purple. I love them. You can go check out that channel. And if not, you will not be seeing any more D&D from me in your feed. So just FYI. That was it.
The penis is evil.
Yeah, the gun. It's good.
The gun is good. The penis is evil because it shoots seeds.
I don't know that there's going to be anything in a Christian movie that's going to top that. So.
The vagina is evil. Stay away from the vagina. Young men, stay away until you're married and then get in there like a fucking rat up a drain pipe.
So,
I think is the basic gist of it, yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, yeah, we've got some more trash movies. I like the title of our series. I will be doing the screenshots this time, so that should be fun. And I will be hosting.
So expect less funny edits.
And certainly
because she won't need to edit them.
No, and no clever quips covering up tits.
Well, yeah, because there's no tits to cover up, unfortunately. So
no,
I say unfortunately. Zero. Gratuitous tit in film is unnecessary. Don't do it.
Yeah, it's just gratuitous. Like you're like, okay, more boobs. Like I don't. I guess people who like boobs can look at them, but it doesn't actually advance the plot. And honestly, it distracts from what's on screen. So
yeah.
All right. So we're gonna go from a gratuitous boobs to Christian preaching. We're gonna go the spectrum.
So from gratuitous boobs to a load of tits.
Yes.
They're tits. They're tits rather than breasts, though.
Yes. So now I'm giving you a hint that we're going to wrap up, so you should get ready on your Twitch stream to...
Yeah, Kristi, but you have to do the thing. Yeah. I'm fingers hovering.
Okay. Well then, until...
I'm professional, Kristi. I'm professional.
Until the next time when we do trash movies. Thank you guys in the chat for sticking around, for correcting us, for giving us some more information and laughing with us. And goodbye from me and goodbye from the Kev. Say goodbye, Kev.
Goodbye, Kev.
Wait, you broke up. Can you do it again?
I already said goodbye, Kev. So my Twitch stream's ended. This is bonus YouTube only content.
I psyched you out. Bye, Kev. Come on, say it, please.
Bye, Kev.
He did the bit.
A lot less enthusiasm that time.